Good afternoon, interwebs. Um, Matt Carter's Commentaries. Um, been working on my office, or our family office, although I tend to use it a little bit more. And I'm doing content in a couple of different places right now. So um, really kind of hopeful for a little bit of protesting or something, because I could sure use the publicity, but I don't think I'm going to get the Joe Rogan, Neil Young, Joni Mitchell treatment, but that's all right. Appreciate those that do come pay a little visit, and hopefully you get something out of it. So, um, uh, did a little live yesterday on one of my social media sites and gave um, a little thought to just um, how every one of us has value, and also the share of love. For my first responder family, it's been a tough month. Certainly in the Houston metro area, a tough week, 10 days. So I'm hoping that we get a little respite, some comfort, some peace. But wanted to go into this nonconformist idea, particularly because it seems that this idea that if we disagree, there's a problem, and I don't really understand how that's the case. Scripture talks a lot about love, loving your enemies. Although I won't say that disagreement results in being enemies, um, but the nature of what happens and what seems to happen with social media and how it drives our interactions has been a bit troubling. So this verse has been jumping out at me in the last few weeks for a couple of reasons, but it's out of Romans 12, 1 and 2, but I think 2 is really the big thing that I'm going to try to hit on here. So therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. So kind of a representation. What we do is what is our worship to God. But here's verse 2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. He's got a plan for us. He's blessed us with gifts that we are supposed to use to strengthen and empower each other. But you look at your social media feed and you're either with me or against me. That's way too often how it is. And I don't want to conform to that. I want you to know that I got respect. You have that value that's given to you by God. And so I'm not looking for that conflict. We may disagree, but we can do so with love and understanding. I don't want to conform to you're either with me or against me. And that way too often is what's happening on social media. So resist that temptation, resist that urge. Um, ignore conflict, particularly in social media as it suits you. Scroll right on through. Don't take the bait. And as a testament to trying to do this, I think one thing I'm going to do is maybe reduce how often I kind of throw the bait out there to stir it up. So I'm gonna affirm for the next couple of weeks to not conform in that way to stir the pot. It's going to be hard as hell for those you that know me, but I want to. I don't want to conform to that. I want to just try to be positive and an example, and let's see what that does. I'm not asking for any pledges, but if it strikes a chord with you, maybe you join me, and let's see what happens. Don't conform to that pettiness that goes on social media. Let's try to use whatever platforms of engagement, whether it's social media or face to face. Be kind, be loving, and be an example of the love that God has bestowed upon us. So, love you guys. Be safe. Be well. Thank you if you've gotten to the end of this. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. God bless.